Hello to anyone out there listening. This is my first official Spreaker podcast. Well, my name is Marilen Crump, and I am in Virginia, currently trying to find a good area of my house to be able to do these broadcasts. So, the point of this recording is to show you that I am practicing, that I am going to commit to this process, and that hopefully things will get much better and I will improve greatly as I keep doing them. So that is my big goal. A little bit about me. I currently own Art Inspired LLC, where we have a pretty creative center embarking in different forms of inspiration, wellness being one of them, art, photography, and also empowerment. Empowerment has been a really important subject in my life, especially the past couple of years, and I feel led to share every insight that I can with those around me who are willing to listen and hoping to change their own lives and also help change other people's lives. So it's one of those domino effect, if you will. So tonight we are actually hosting, one of my good friends is having a talk about her journey. Her name is Diane Todd, and she owns Todd Health and Wellness, and together we are founding the Personal Evolution Guild, which is a gathering of individuals, and what we're trying to do is give people different options as far as innovating changes in their own lives. So some of the categories are faith and spirituality, mental and emotional health, nutrition and wellness, fitness and appearance, career and business, relationships and families, play and creativity, and even organization and time management. So it's a lot of different things that we're covering, but we feel that it's important enough to address them all, so we're trying to organize our thoughts. Our goal is to launch the whole program, the start of it at least, on January 1st. We're having a really awesome Evolution Vision Day where we can all gather and create vision boards and just talk about what we plan to do in 2017. We also are launching our magazine, so you can find us on Issue and read about what we're doing and see who else is contributing to the vision. We have a website, personalevolutionguild.com, and we also, in our local area, have a meetup group, which you can search if you use Personal Evolution Guild. And so I bought a new mic from Amazon the other day, and if I like it, I guess I'll share what kind of mic this is. My goal is to test it out right now so that when Diane does her talk, I could possibly record it. Now, I'm not sure if you're picking up the external noise as well. I have the good fortune of living near a couple of Air Force bases and military installations, so it might be noisy at times, and unless I find a padded room in my home or in the studio, I guess I'll have to figure out the best way to cancel that noise out. So, but you can also feel like you're flying if you hear it, so that might be a good thing. Now, I currently have a book that I'm promoting, and it's called The Gifts of Grace and Gratitude, which made it to the #1 Amazon bestsellers list. I'm so happy and excited about that. And I've been published before, but mainly for photography. I've done a couple of poetry things, but nothing like this. This is more a memoir, and it is a very personal story. So you might be able to read a little bit and get more insight about my journey here. But I just wanted to share a really nice page here from the book, and it's the affirmations page. So I'm just going to read that for you. And if you like that, and if you want to hear my story, and there's also a bunch of lovely authors in this book as well, and they have amazing stories, emotional stories, empowering stories, things that will really connect with you and help you in your process. So this would be a great book to pick up, not just because I'm in it, but because there are amazing ladies that have shared their heart, and they deserve to be read and heard and definitely celebrated. So the affirmations page, here we go. Affirmations. I am blessed with beauty and grace in each moment. I am filled with gratitude. I am surrounded by opportunity and love. I live in the abundance of life. Life is here for me. I am loved and a loving child of God. I am healthy and vibrant and strong. I am purposeful and passionate as I move through my day. I use my gifts to serve all who need me. I am a divine expression of grace in action. I am open to receive great good. I am at peace. That is such a nice page to maybe read every morning to get you in a really good state of being. I know there's people around me, and I see it on people's Facebook feeds, and they're really struggling with life, and I try to be that different voice that gives people little touches of encouragement. I know sometimes people just need to vent, and I appreciate that as well. I try not to give just too much pointed advice unless I'm being asked, just because I don't want to feel like I'm telling people what to do, because it's really about their journey and how they have to come to that realization in their life that they can change it. And if they're willing to, there's people out there who want to support them and will be there for them. And I definitely want to express that if anyone out there knows me and you are going through something, I would love to be a listening ear, or just give you different resources, or just tell you encouraging thoughts that you can really change your life. Take control and change your life. Find people who will be there in your corner. You really just have to ignore all the other noise, just like the jet noise in your life, because it's going to be there. But it doesn't have to stop you from doing what you need to do. So it's definitely not stopping me right now. And now I just was looking around the room here. I love magazines, I love books, I collect different things. My husband loves books too, and it's funny because I sometimes don't love all his books, and I keep trying to put them in the attic, and he goes, no, I want to keep them near me. But I totally understand now, because look, I have a whole pile of magazines right near my bed, and if he was to touch those, I think I'd freak out. And those are just magazines. So I should really leave him alone as far as those books go. But I did, and he made a little bookshelf, and he put it right in front of his desk, so now he has all these books. But I believe he got some of the books that I had laying around everywhere and put them in there too. So I found one, and I guess this is an older book. It is by Henry Nouwen, Nouwen, and it's Out of Solitude, 3 Meditations on the Christian Life. The reason why I like it, it's such a small little tiny book, and I'm working on creating ebooks and really kind of smaller books that have big meaning, and this is a very small book. I would say it's about 6 inches by 5 inches, and it has 63 pages, and the text is pretty big, and it has a couple of black and white pictures in there, so it looks like about 3 chapters. Hold on. 3 sections, and it's all about meditation, and different things that he's talking about there. So I have to reread this. I'm not even sure where I picked this book up. And then the other book that's in my hand is Elaine St. James' book. She is the best-selling author of Simplify Your Life, and this is called Inner Simplicity, 100 Ways to Regain Peace and Nourish Your Soul. I'm going to have to look these up to see if they're on Amazon, because I'd love to link them to this podcast, or also on my website, just so you know what I'm babbling about here. But let me just pick to a random page, and what does that say? It says, smile a lot. So that's number 42 in her book. Let's just read that real quick. If you've started to slow down and simplify your life, if you're spending time in nature and have surrounded yourself with beauty, if you've latched on to synchronicity and tuned in to your creativity, and if you've learned to enjoy each moment, you're probably already smiling a lot. In fact, you may find yourself absolutely grinning from time to time for no apparent reason. And once you start doing some of the harder stuff in the next couple of chapters, you may well find yourself positively ecstatic. So, okay, doorbell is ringing. That's probably my dad. He rings the doorbell really crazy. Sometimes he just holds it and then it releases, and then he'll ring it multiple times. So that is probably my dad. But anyway, there's more to this book. I just thought that was pretty funny because I do smile a lot. And I remember being on this TV show when I lived in DC, in the DC area. It was called For Love or Money. This guy had a local broadcast TV show, and once in a while I would come in and co-host with him, and he would just talk about different topics as far as like current affairs or people in the know, and we would sometimes talk about something serious, but I'm still smiling. And at one point, after we had filmed an episode, he came up to me and said, "Why do you do that?" And I said, "What do I do what?" He goes, "You're always smiling and you're kind of giggly." And I said, "Oh, I can't help that." So here again, see, I'm giggling. It's just part of who I am. Now, I did lose touch with that person, and part of the book that I mentioned that I'm an author in, that was part of that journey. At that point in my life, I was not smiling. I was not giggling. It really took my spirit away going through that journey. And now I feel like I'm back, and I really have a lot of people to thank for that. And one important person, I can kind of hear him downstairs, but that would be my husband, Kenny. Kenny is awesome, and we have 5 kids together, and they're awesome too. And I hear more people talking and yelling. So as long as you don't hear it, I think I'm okay. I think I'm going to try to sit in the same spot each day if that's the case, if I can be heard clearly. So that would be the goal. So I think I'm going to also make sure when I listen to this that I'm not saying a lot of things like, and the word so. I do that a lot when I'm thinking. I'll say so. And of course, and ahs. Those are really big things to be aware of when you're recording. I have had the fortunate experience of being on television and doing commercial work. So I feel like some of that training would come in handy for this, trying to pay attention to the patterns of my voice and how to not say and not to speak too loudly, not to speak too softly, and not to speak too fast, not to speak too slow. Hopefully I'm doing good. So what would be nice is that if you're still listening, and I'm looking at the time count here, we're over 13 minutes. If you're still listening to this, give me a thumbs up and say what you think so that I can help improve. And if you just enjoy connecting together, I know I lead a busy life, and for some people I haven't talked to in a while, this might be a kind of fun way to connect. Just pretend I'm talking to you, and I probably am talking to you directly. You know who you are. And if you think you know who you are, contact me. Then we will talk about that. And I will be doing more of these, trying to find great, interesting topics. It would be great to interview other people. But I will also be trying to record later today. So that would be my contribution to Diane's talk today, would be to try to record her for my show. Because I'm calling this channel my show. So tune into my show. Bookmark my show. It will auto feed into my Facebook, and I'll probably share it so that if you want to hear it, it's there available for you. If you have any questions on what I'm doing with this, or if you want to do something like this yourself, once I figure it out, I'd be more than happy to share it with you. I also have 2 other meetup groups if you're local to my area. One being the 757 Peninsula Social Dance and Movement Meetup. So we will be dancing I believe this Friday, Coralita will be teaching the cha-cha, one of my favorite things, and she is an awesome teacher. She teaches international and I teach American, so I feel like I am really learning a ton when she teaches. So the more I can push her to teach instead of me, then I can be the student and learn some more stuff. Coralita and I also, just as a side note, we are participating in next year's 2017 Dancing with the Williamsburg Stars. It's a fundraiser for the Literacy Foundation in Williamsburg, Virginia, and also the Big Brothers and Big Sisters. So if you are in the area and you want to come and support that, please come out, buy a ticket, or vote for your favorite star and donate some money so that we can help fundraise for such good causes. Also, the other meetup group, I almost forgot, but the other meetup group is called Obsessed with Income Streams and Business. Because in a way, I am a little obsessed. I think if you're going to try to get something done and you're trying to do it great and you're trying to do it by yourself and you're your own business owner,